og velkommen til landets gladeste spil-tv, nemlig gaming. I denne her uge gør vi os klar til vinteren med NHL. Vi har talt med Andy Agostini, som er NHL 10-producer.
And in our game alone, there's somewhere between 15 to 20 Danish players, but they're not playing in Denmark.
Du vil også her i gaming se, hvordan der bliver afholdt militærparade for Pixel TV til ære for det kommende Order of War-spil. Vi har også snakket med ingen ringere end Dwight Howard, som spiller i NBA, om det kommende NBA 10.
So hopefully you guys check it out. It's a new improved NBA Live 2010.
Og til sidst i udsendelsen har Insight været til FIFA-mesterskaber. Som altid har vi krydret udsendelsen med super hotte aktuelle sjove trailers for blandt andet Mafia 2, Operation Flashpoint til Dragon Rising, og så et spil, der først udkommer næste år, som er Alien vs. Predator.
Hej, vi er Sugar Shock, og især Pixel TV.
Jeg står lige nu herinde på det tophemmelige NHL 10 hockey-studie. Hvorhen i verden vi er, det kan jeg ikke afsløre for dig. Men Andy her vil gerne fortælle lidt mere om spillet. Så Andy, what's so special about NHL 10?
This year's game, we really wanted to bring out the emotion of hockey. Hockey is it's a sport with a lot of physical and technical skill in it, so we wanted to bring out the emotion side. And in the past, we brought out the offense, which is how you control the stick and score goals. We brought out the defense and how you defend against that. And this year, it's more about how you can be physical and make sure your team has that advantage where the other team is worried about always having someone chasing them coming into a corner or along the board. So we really wanted to bring that out to the user.
How big a part is the whole fighting thing in the game?
Fighting is a big part of hockey. It's not the only part, but it is a very big part in that it can actually turn the tide for your team. It can help your team get a boost of energy, knowing that someone put themselves on the line to try and fight someone and give your team some momentum. And we really brought that out by making the players that are more of the checkers and the tough guys come out and have their part of the game now, since we've always done the stars and the defensemen, and we brought out all aspects of the game this year.
Do you think that a game like this can help maybe a sport evolve in a country, for example like ours, Denmark, where it isn't as big as in Canada?
I truly believe that. I think ourselves, even in Canada and the United States, we've noticed that people pick up our game. They've never really played hockey before, so we have a very big following of fans that are learning hockey from us. And in our game alone, there's somewhere between 15 to 20 Danish players, but they're not playing in Denmark, so you can actually get to play with them on the teams that they are. And one of them is the cover athlete, Michael Boker. So we think that's a good way to bring your stars who don't play in your country to your fans.
Before we stop this interview, we have like one big top secret reveal. Is it true that what we stand next to is your motion capture studio? Be honest.
No, but it is probably one of the funnest things that we have in Canada when you're sitting at a bar playing. But yes, it's definitely a tradition here in Canada to have a bubble hockey machine, as we call it. And many children have played on these things over the years. And I know personally I had one when I was a kid at home. So it's definitely part of Canadian pastime as a child.
Are you the in-house champion?
I don't play very often, and I don't think I'd be the in-house champion. I think one of our programmers from Gameplay would probably be the in-house champion, yes.
Det her er den nyeste trailers fra Operation Flashpoint til Dragon Rising. Det er multiplayer-traileren. Operation Flashpoint 2 Dragon Rising er efterfølgeren til det ekstremt populære Operation Flashpoint. Spillet er uhyggeligt detaljeret og meget præcis på virkeligheden. Du vil som spiller kunne opleve intensiteten, variationerne og klaustrofobien i en moderne konflikt fra en marineinfanterist og en specialstyrkeofficers perspektiv, mens de begge er i kamp mod et kinesisk PLA i et enormt åbent ømiljø i Sakira. Spillet simulerer en intens konflikt mellem avancerede styrker og har en enestående perspektiv med forskellige militære discipliner, køretøjer og udstyr, som er til rådighed for dig som spiller. Banerne er ikke mindre end 220 kvadratkilometer store, så det stiller dig over for store taktiske beslutninger om, hvordan missionen udføres bedst.
We've been buzzed by a PLA bird. Looks like airborne spec ops. How copy?
Saber 2, this is Saber. Solid copy. Recommend you...
Operation Flashpoint Dragon Rising blev uden tvivl det mest realistiske first-person shooterspil, du vil kunne få på markedet til både Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 og til PC.
Var det lige en storslået parade, eller ej? Var. Den er slut nu. Tanksen er kørt. Menneskerne har spillet for os Pixel TV. Nu skal vi ind og se, hvad Order of War er for noget. Står jeg ude foran en storslået plads ved Armémuseet i Stockholm. Nu står jeg her sammen med Net. Vi har indtaget forsyningsrummet, hvor soldaterne får alt deres gear fra. Så Net, what's so special about the game?
The special points about Order of War are the fact that it deals with World War II on such a large scale. So you get a really good view of massive battle scenes with thousands of troops, huge tank battalions, but you also have the cinematic mode, which gets you really close up to the action. You can see the scratches on the tanks, the details on the soldiers. So it offers sort of two different looks at World War II as a game in large-scale battles similar to Total War, but it also gives you the real close-up details like games like sort of Company of Heroes and other more mainstream titles.
What makes this game in particular so much better than all the other games in the same genre?
I think one of the main points is that the attention to detail that's gone in, not just on the units and the geography and history, but the briefings and the missions themselves. The whole game is very historically accurate, set in 1944. Two campaigns you play as either the US forces against the Germans, but also you play as the Germans against the Russians on the Eastern Front. So it gives you a very unique take on two different campaigns that were happening at the same time in history, the same year. But it also gives you that, it's a mix of that real large-scale warfare like Total War, but also close-up action, which not many games out in the market at the moment give you that much close-up detail.
How come you chose to focus on not so much the micromanagement, but more the whole strategic side?
It's really a case of micromanagement works in quite a few competitive products, just in terms of the overall structure of the game, the micromanagement aspect of it. What we've tried to do is really focus on the bigger picture. So instead of troop morale and concentrating on the small aspects, we want the gamer to concentrate on the big picture, large-scale war, so that you're in control of battles, thousands of troops, and basically the ultimate end game of war, rather than small battles and sort of small items which just don't give you that huge scale. I think if you're into World War II generally, just movies or other games, I think it makes it's accessible to you. In terms of being hardcore RTS, the main target are RTS fans, but I think one of the advantages of this game, just by the way it looks and feels, that it does become more accessible to a wider audience.
You've chose to make a whole deathmatch side as well for the online gaming. Do you think it's going to work out?
The deathmatch side, even though it's quite an integral part of the multiplayer, the online aspect, it's not huge. You can play as 1-on-1, 2-on-2, or 4 against 4. So you have deathmatch, skirmish in multiplayer mode. I would say the main elements to the game are the campaign modes. Once you've achieved those, then the multiplayer aspect becomes, you know, very key and very enjoyable to play.
Det er det Lenny. Lenny han måtte lade livet i en granatgrav. Et meget koldt sted. Du kan tydeligvis se sneen i det her hul. Men det var aldrig sket, hvis kære Lenny havde haft sit dertil givet arktiske tøj på. Så til alle jer, som måske skal i arktisk krig, husk hue, hat, undertøj og tasker og spand.
Sega annoncerede tidligere på året et nyt action-horrorspil med arbejdsnavnet Aliens vs. Predator. Bag spillet står Rebellion Development, som også stod bag det originale Aliens vs. Predator fra 1995, der udkom til Atari Jaguar-konsollen, og Alien vs. Predator fra 1999, der udkom til PC. Det her er den første trailers for spillet, som vi håber udkommer i 2010.
Vi står her ved den smukke EA-plakat. Ved siden af mig er Dwight Howard, NBA-superstjerne. So Dwight, how has it been out here chilling, relaxing, teaching some basket?
Oh, it's fun. You know, today I got a chance to go out and teach a lot of the media some basketball skills, some post-up moves. We had a lot of fun today, you know, so I'm looking forward to the video game coming out in October, and I can't wait, you know, so hopefully you guys check it out. It's a new improved NBA Live 2010. It's a totally different game than what you're used to. Hopefully everybody likes it. Please check it out. I'm a big gamer. And
What did you play growing up?
I played NBA Live. You know, I'm not saying this so you guys, since I'm on the cover, but I'm saying it because, you know, I've actually just got finished playing the game a couple minutes ago, and it's a lot better. You know, the moves, the crossover, the dunks, the shooting, everything is more realistic. They even got pre-game rituals before the game, you know, so check out your favorite team, see what they do before the game. They have it on here, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's nice. What did you play growing up?
I played NBA Live. I played a lot of different fighting games. You know, one of the games that I played, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. For the past couple of years, I've been into Gears of War and Call of Duty, so, you know, I'm a big gamer.
So when Dwight Howard is at home, relaxing, chilling, not working out, not playing basket, what is your favorite thing to do?
Favorite thing to do is sleep. Either I'm sleeping or I'm playing a video game, you know, either one of the two, you know. So I'm always playing video games, always, you know, trying to interact with people over the, you know, the internet, you know, through NBA, well, Xbox Live, you know, And that's one of the ways you can connect to a lot of different people.
Do you think it's good for the whole sport and for you guys to have this game to like open other people's eyes to the sport and the game itself?
It is, you know, hopefully people get a chance to play it because, you know, like I said, this year, you know, it shows a lot of the personalities in the game. You know, all the emotions that players have while they're playing, you know, the faces, the smiles, all that stuff is in the video game. So, you know, hopefully you guys check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun, and, you know, I already got my copy today.
If you could get your own video game made with whatever you want, what would it be?
I would want it to be sort of like a action, adventure, you know, game, sort of kind of like either 1 or 2 players, sort of like Lara Croft's Tomb Raider, but the male version.
Would you be wearing the same shit?
No, it'd be the male version. So it wouldn't be called like Lara Croft. It'd be like Dwight Howard, Superman Adventures, and it'd be like just going out, you know, trying to do crazy things, you know, just sort of like a mix between Lara Croft Tomb Raider and Grand Theft Auto and Gears of War. All 3 combined in one game. I think it'd be hot.
I think you need to make a deal with EA.
I do. They should come up with a game. So EA Sports, if you're watching this, the first animated 1-2 player game that has a mix between Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Gears of War, and Call of Duty. It'll be hot.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, baby.
Inspiring those around you. A rival is becoming the face of a franchise. NBA Live 10. EA Sports. It's in the game.
My name's Denby Grace, and I'm going to walk you through today's demonstration. Anyway, we don't have much time, so we're going to jump right in. Here we are in a diner in Empire Bay. This guy in front of us is Vito Scaletta. He's the main protagonist in Mafia 2. He's the player character. You know, our game has an epic story, and it spans 10 years of Vito's life. From where we are today, in February 1945, all the way to the mid-1950s. Now, Vito is an Italian-American immigrant. He's from a very poor upbringing. And this very poor upbringing is what drives this guy to sort of like be pushed to a world of organised crime. Anyway, at this point we're making good progress towards this mission's actually going to take place. So I fill you in a bit of background and a bit of context so you know what the hell's actually going on. At this point in the Mafia 2 main story, Vito's a nobody as far as the mob's concerned. You know, he's just a hired gun. He's not a made man or anything like that. So Vito's actually been hired to perform a hit on a guy called the Fat Man. Now the Fat Man, he runs a distillery here up on the left. And the Fat Man is running this distillery on Mafia turf. He's repeatedly been asked to pay his protection money, but he's blatantly refusing. So everyone knows what Mafia folklore dictates, that eventually, if you refuse to pay your protection money, someone like Vito will come around and ask for it, and invariably the results are never pretty. So Vito's making his way up these stairs here to this apartment to meet up with his accomplices, Henry and Joe. Now Henry and Joe have sort of arranged for an ambush to take place so they can lie in wait for the Fat Man. I'm going to shut up now and let you see how this all plays out, as it gets quite noisy now. Thanks for joining me on this demonstration.
Where you from, Henry?
Sicily.
What brought you to the States?
Mussolini.
We buy you a ticket.
Don't be a smart-ass, Joe. My father was a man of honor. And things got pretty bad for us after Mussolini came into power. My old man figured I'd either get drafted or locked up. So he sent me to America and got me a job working for Clementi.
So what happened to your father?
He said he was too old to make the trip. Mussolini had him arrested, and he died in jail. They won't even turn his body over for a proper burial.
That's rough.
So how's your English so good?
They're coming. Those black cars. Vito. Aim for the fat bastard. We gotta nail him before he gets in the building. Get ready.
All right, I'm on it.
All right, it's showtime.
They got guns up there in the window.
That's him, Vito. Waste that fat. We gotta wait. We gotta get him over with. Push the boom. Then we wait for it. Move it, Vito! You can't let that fat bastard get away. Okay, you first, Vito. You're the war hero. Go, we'll cover you.
We're coming for you, Porky!
Hvad så? Det er fucking Neon, Guitar Hero Champ, og du ser Pixel TV, motherfucker!
Lige nu står super atletiske FIFA-spillere bag mig og spiller noget basket. Inde i selve bygningen af FIFA-turneringen lige nu, hvor der er en samlet præmiesum på 3.000 euro. Hvem kunne ikke tænke sig det måske? Lad os prøve at gå ind og se, hvordan det går. Jeg står hernede til The Experience, hvor der i dag bliver spillet FIFA. Her er en af de smukke herrer, som har kvalificeret sig til VCG blandt andet, og nu deltager i The Experience FIFA-konkurrencen. Magnus, hvordan går det? Er du stærkt kørende i dag?
Jeg synes, det går okay. Jeg har fået VCG, ham der blev nummer 2 til VCG sidste år i Køln. Ham tabte jeg begge mine kampe til. Det var lidt surt, men jeg kom godt igen med 2 kampe mod Matte fra Dignitas, hvor jeg vandt 5-0 og 5-1. Så bagefter skal jeg ind og spille mod en fra Pinchu fra Rusland, der hedder Termitos, og bagefter er det sidste års vinder, Ovi, som jeg skal møde 2 sidste kampe. Men jeg regner med at gå videre, og 3. pladsen, der kommer i lower bracket, så det ville være cool, hvis jeg kunne det, ellers så en 2. plads ville det helt klart være det fedeste.
Hvordan er der for noget god udenlandsk modstand måske i forhold til, hvad du sidder og spiller mod normalt? Eller spiller du også mod dem online?
Jeg spiller også mod dem online, men jeg synes, det er federe at spille mod dem på LAN, fordi der er ikke lag, og der er god forbindelse, og det er også sjovt at møde dem, så